On February 25th, again coming up quite soon, I will again be presenting as part of the Elliott Wave Hub forecasting event. I'll be presenting at 11 AM Eastern Standard Time on that date. In order to see this presentation for free, you do actually this time have to attend live. If you can't see it live, then you'll have to pay $19 to see the recorded event afterwards. So click on the link below, sign up for the event. I'll be giving you loads of tips on how to use Elliott Wave in a really practical sense. I'll be focusing on Wave 1 and I'll be giving you loads of practical tips on how you use Elliott Wave when a first wave may be unfolding so that you can calculate risk and reward, how to know what structure's unfolding, how to know when the structure may be complete and Wave 2 has arrived, how to calculate risk and reward at each point. So basically, how do you use Elliott Wave for trading and investing, using Wave 1 as an example. If I have time during my presentation, I'll move into Wave 2 and give you some tips on how to use that. And then at the end, I'll also give you some tips on really the most important ways of how you use Elliott Wave in a practical sense for investing and trading. So I'm creating a new online course. It'll be 8 lessons. Each lesson is one part of the wave position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, 8 waves within the basic structure. Each wave is a different lesson, and in each part of the wave structure, I'll be giving you practical ideas on how to use Elliott Wave for trading and investing as waves move through that basic 5-step forward, 3-step back pattern. I'm creating this because I've been repeatedly asked to by quite a few people over the years. Following my 22 lesson Learn Pure Elliott Wave course, people wanted really practical advice on how do you actually use Elliott Wave. Now you've explained to us how to do Elliott Wave. When I'm doing Elliott Wave, how do I actually use it in my trading and investing? So that's what this advanced course that I'm putting together is designed to do. So click on the link and I'm going to start to show you that in this presentation on 25th of February, and I hope to see you all there. Hello everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with a very quick update for you, Bitcoin technicals on the daily chart only. I'm in London this week. I'll be going back into Europe next week, but this week I'm going to have a great time in London visiting all of the lovely pubs, drinking all of the cask, well not all of it, and eating lots of pies, so that's on my week. Bitcoin is going sideways. It's consolidating with resistance about 106,000 and strong support continues to hold about 92,000. This candlestick here for the 3rd of February has a nice bullish long lower wick and support has held at 92,000. Only if we close below 92,000 would I expect we could potentially have a trend change. But for now, the trend remains up with a series of higher highs and a series of higher lows, the basic definition of an upward trend. This is the last highest high and here is the last highest low. So while price remains above the low of 13th of January, 89,153.4, it would be safest to assume that the overall upward trend remains intact. If we get a close below 92,000 and a low below the 13th of January, then we may have had a trend change. Until that, assume the trend remains up would be the safest approach. And your risk could be calculated about 92,000 or the low for the 13th of January might be a more accurate place for which to calculate risk. If we get a close to new all-time highs above 109,340.21, that would be extremely bullish. While we don't have that, price has essentially been consolidating now with a slightly upward bias. We've got this higher high and we've got this higher low since price moved into this consolidation back in November 2024. Price doesn't move in a straight line. It's really normal to have pullbacks and consolidations along the way within this larger bullish trend. The last green candlestick for 2nd of February has a really strong increase in volume, and overall volume is pushing price higher. So the volume profile remains bullish. That supports an overall bullish outlook for Bitcoin. There is a small narrowing range on on-balance volume, but the yellow resistance and purple support lines both have quite a strong slope. They're not long held and they each only have the minimum required 2 test points, although you could count maybe this one a third for the resistance line. Either way, the short duration and the strong slope means that these lines have very low technical significance. Still, draw these lines on your on-balance volume, and if you see a break above resistance, that'd be a bullish signal. A break below support would be a bearish signal, but either way, if we do get a signal in the short term, it's going to be a very weak signal. Still worthwhile having a go and looking for a signal there. ADX is increasing. It's telling us there is now a downward trend for Bitcoin at the daily time frame, so we could see support again tested. I'm a bit suspicious about that though, because the volume profile is so very clearly bullish. If there is indeed a downward trend in place, there's a way to go before RSI reaches oversold, and there's a way to go before money flow reaches oversold. If we see a pivot develop in price and a corresponding pivot in money flow and RSI, then I'd look to see if there is any bullish divergence. Between this pivot and this pivot, there is no divergence. As price moved lower in that last downward swing, ATR declined. As price moved higher, previously ATR increased. So not only is volume bullish, but range or volatility is also bullish. So that supports overall a bullish outlook for volume. Despite ADX telling us there's a downward trend, I'm really suspicious about that. I'll assume that the larger upward trend remains intact until proven otherwise. That's it from me with a very quick update for you. I hope you're all having a lovely day.